converge, a strong closing word. Converge feels like integration, the moment all strands meet without force. Let's place it as a reflective arc inside know yourself better. Know yourself better. Reflection on the converge. Reframing converge. To converge is not to compress, it is to align. It's the moment when your thoughts, values, actions, and presence stop pulling in different directions. Nothing new is added, nothing essential is removed. Knowing yourself better allows life to gather into coherence. Converge is inner agreement. Chapter 1. When parts of you stop competing, much of inner, inner tension comes from division, wanting one thing, doing another, believing in on believing a third. Convergence begins when you stop focusing unity and start noticing where alignment already exists. Reflection. Where do you feel internally divided? Which part of you are competing for control? Where do you already feel aligned without effort? Chapter 2. Simplification without loss. Conversion feels like simplification. Nothing but meaningful disappears. What falls away is excess. What remains feels essential. You don't become smaller, you become clearer. Reflection. What feels unnecessary in your life right now? What stays constant across different versions of you? What feels essential regardless of circumstances? Chapter 3. Propose emerging naturally. Purpose doesn't always arrive as a declaration. Often it appears when patterns repeat, interests overlap, and values quietly point in the same direction. Convergence reveals purpose without forcing it. Reflection. What themes keep returning in your life? Where do your skills, interests, and value intersect? What feels meaningful without needing justification. Chapter 4. Living from a single center. When you converse eternally, action becomes steadier. You don't need to explain yourself constantly. Decisions come from one center instead of negotiation between parts. Integrity becomes ease. Reflection. How does it feel when you act from alignment? Where do you feel pulled off center? What helps you return to your core? Chapter 5. Letting life gather you. Not all convergence is self-directed. Sometimes life brings things together in its own timing. Relationships, insights, paths align when resistance softens. Convergence happens when you stop scattering your energy. Reflection. Where is energy currently dispensed? What would it mean to focus without force? What might come together if you allowed space? You are not meant to be fragmented. Becoming whole without effort. Knowing yourself better doesn't create unity, it reveals the unity that was always there. Conversion is not arrival, it is recognition. Final reflection. What feels whole in you right now? Where are you ready to gather instead of chase? What does alignment feel like in your body? This is not an ending, it's a settling. In this book, bye for now.